I think that's fucking awesome. Again, this is, again, one of my favorite Zeldas ever made. I do love this Zelda a lot. Where the fuck is my boat? Boat. Boat? I thought we parked here. What the fuck? Oh. How did you get over here without a sailboat? I got some questions, and you got some splaining to do. Well done. Our preparations are complete. If what the girl says is true, the pirates won't be leaving until morning. How do you know what the girl said? I haven't even told you yet. I just got here. Again, eavesdropping is not cool, bro. You must meet with Jaboon and get the pearl from him before they arrive. Let us delay no longer. Okay. So, how do we get to Outset from here? Or is this Outset over here? Because I thought that was Dragon Roost. It is Dragon Roost, okay. So that must be Outset up in the corner. No, it's the Forsaken Fortress. Oh, come on. I gotta sail all the way down there? Son of a bitch. Alright, fine. Whatever. You win. I also think the bomb icon is different. That's a little weird. That's not what I wanted to do. I just wanted to make sure I'm going the right way. Couldn't you have stopped with the evil, ominous music? Again, it's not like Beethoven's Fifth Evil, but pretty damn close for an 8 out of 10. I do fucking love this game, though. I can't believe how long it's been since I've played this. So this, Twilight Princess HD, and Paper Mario Color Splash are literally my only reasons for buying a Wii U. And I got it for like $130, so I'd say it's worth it. It's also nice to have the definitive Tales of Zelda for 2 Zelda games that I can't play on any other console anymore. I can play them on the Wii, but it's probably more expensive to get the original versions for the original hardware that they were released on than it is to get the HD versions. Sorry, I keep thinking A is to open map, and it's not. I don't know why I'm used to that. Right, so let's set sail back to Outset, and then comes the scary evil part. That was very close. I was worried about dodging the cyclone and then bumping into the shark, or vice versa. That is one of the Tingle Islands. In fact, that might be the Tingle Island, because I don't know if there's more than one. I think there's only one Tingle Island. These sharks are starting to piss me off, I'm not gonna lie. I know I have bombs now. I could easily, like, implode them and, like, make them die, but I'm too lazy for that. Plus, it's a waste of good bombs. I would rather terrorize people than sea sharks. Like, I could think of some really bad actors that I would mail bombs to in a Zelda game. Although I wouldn't want to bring harm to the bird people, the Rito people, because they're the post people, right? So if the birdmen are the post people and a bomb happens to go off early, that's just gonna make me feel like an asshole. And then I could send them like a get well card when they're in the hospital and be like, sorry, you were not the intended recipient. You know it's illegal to open other people's mail, right? Just make it seem like it's all their fault while they're in recovery. So this is Great Fish Isle again, but we're not going here. I don't have any bait either, that's what I have to see Beetle for. So it'd be a very good idea to stock up on bait as soon as I possibly can. But I'm probably gonna go around and fill the sea chart in off-screen. But I'm probably going to do that after Tower of the Gods, I think, is probably the best time to do it. Because then it actually starts coming into play. You have a lot of directive for this first part of the game in getting the 3 pearls, but after that, the game kind of throws you out on your own. So after that, it's entirely freely explorable. Like, it's freely explorable now, for sure, but, like, we have a set directive. And the midpoint of the game is more so when you want to start exploring all the different accompanying islands and everything like that. And all the little islets and all that stuff. Because that's where you get your upgrades from, that's where you get your magic meters from, that's when you get to carry more bombs, that's when you get to carry more fucking rupees and shit. So, like, you get wallet upgrades, you also get, like, different weapons and stuff from different temples that allow you to do different things on different islands and stuff like that. So, as with every traditional classic Zelda, sorry, I said traditional for some reason. I forgot the R. So in every traditional classic Zelda, you get an item from a temple that will allow you to do other things. So like in Dragon Roost, we got the grappling hook. In the Forest Temple, we got the boomerang. The next temple we're going to go to, we are going to get the bow and arrow. So each traditional Zelda has staple mainstays that will allow you to do more inventive things other places. So, like, for example, now that we have bombs, a lot of options are going to open up for us, but we couldn't have had those options without bombs, so. That's why I said that the most appealing time to do it. What? Excuse me? Oh, okay. My direction must have been a little bit off. Alright. So they didn't do what I thought they did. Or thought they would do, or might do. There we go. Okay, so that must be Outset on the horizon way over there. That island. Or is it not? Either way, we'll get there shortly. It shouldn't take all that long. It just has to get increasingly more evil before we do. But yeah, again, traditional Zeldas is definitely my... Oh yeah, that's the other thing about Zelda, is the ghost ships. The ghost ships are fucking cool as hell. Look at that. Tell me that's not amazingly awesome. There's one thing in this world that can make pirates cooler, and that's ghost pirates. Maybe zombies. Reanimated pirates are pretty cool. But ghost pirates, I think, are even cooler. I don't know what it is, but like spectral phenomena... Uh-oh. Spectral phenomena with pirates is like a really cool concept to me. I love that kind of shit. So the flocks of seagulls, I'm not going to exactly say what they indicate yet for anybody that hasn't played this game. But just know it's not something that I'm entirely prepared to deal with at the moment. But we will be later. And they're not really a requirement, they're more of an obstacle, and you don't have to fight them if you don't want to. Not the seagulls, I mean the thing that the seagulls indicate. The location of. This is for sure Outset Island. Because that's where the rope suspension bridge would be, is right there in the middle, separating the two peaks. But we have to sail to the back of it, if I remember correctly. And it's also cool that you get to revisit your home island, and there's a secret here that you were not aware of. Because there's no way you'd be able to tell that it's here in the very beginning of the game, so the fact that they have you return here, narratively, is pretty cool. You also get to see the cataclysmic destruction that has befallen your island and stuff like that, which is pretty neat. Have you noticed? Morning has not broken since we arrived at Gravefish Isle, the land that was so ravaged by monsters. It is as if time itself is frozen. Perhaps this is the curse that Volus spoke of. Whatever the reason, if this night does not end, then we need not worry about the pirates overtaking us. In fact, it might not be a bad idea for you to visit your hometown and family again after such a long time away. We can speak with Jaboon after you do. Alright, let's go say hi to the pot lady. And tell her we're still alive, and we're still available. Although I don't know which house is hers. I mean, I guess we should also go see my grandmother, who I'm sure is fine. I'm sure she hasn't fallen into a manic depressant coma with Aryll's disappearance. Never mind, the sad music is still playing. Maybe she's still distraught. Don't leave your poor old grandma all alone. Sorry, it's gonna be about another 35 hours before I complete the game, Grandma. That's crazy. They really have you abandon your needy elderly grandmother to go on a fucking epic quest. It's fucking nuts. This game is just ridiculous. It really is. This game is kind of fucking insane. I'm not gonna hold you. Oh yeah, there's the big pig. Hi, big pig. So if you hit it enough, it will actually get pissed off at you and charge the shit out of you. It's funny as hell. Okay, I think the pot lady's house is over here, but I'm not sure. I definitely want to go say hi to Boo before I set off again, in the event that I don't make it back. And if she's not here, then I don't know where she lives. She gave me her phone number, not her home address. It's a different thing. It's not like I keep a toothbrush at her place. Shit. Never mind, this is just a lonely guy that creeps on women in the bushes. I at least have some self-respect and dignity. I creep on women in the fucking open public. Come on, dude. Have some pride. Okay, so if that's the house of the fat lady... I don't think the pot lady lives with the fat girl. This is the two brothers. And that's my house. I don't know where the pot lady lives. Does she just live outside like a fucking hermit? What the hell? Yeet. Damn, I missed. Are you ready? If that's the case, then we must search for the cave around the back side of Outlet, where Jaboon is said to hide. I say Outlet Island? I think I said Outlet. Outlet Island. Doesn't sound all that fun. Especially if there are forks involved. Okay, this part is the part that scared the shit out of me when I was little. We'll get there in 20 years. Wait, where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Never mind, we're okay. Yeah, this is the part that scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. That's also nice that they give you an indicator. I could have sworn they didn't do that in the original game. This process seems a lot slower than I remember it, though. Yeah, my bombs are just going in the water. I should probably wait. I bet Jaboon is just freaking out inside there right now. He's like, holy shit, is somebody blowing their way in here? There's no way he's calm hearing all that. It's kind of like when you hear a car crash outside and you're like, damn, I wish I was there to see it. That was nowhere near as scary as an adult as it was when I was a kid. That shit was terrifying when I was like 7. Well met indeed, Jaboon. I am pleased to see that you are safe. Yes, it seems Ganon has returned. There can be no other explanation. Unfortunately, that is not so. The one I've brought with me has no connection to the legendary one, and yet I sense great promise in the courage that this one possesses. I do. It is the only way. So Jaboon is a giant anglerfish, which is kind of cool. And because he's a giant anglerfish, we are going to get Nehru's Pearl, I think it is. Nehru's Pearl. The water spirit Jaboon was kind enough to give you this jewel, a treasure of one of the goddesses. I like how Link does a little bow right there. It's kind of cute. Calm down, Link. It's just a giant fucking fish, dude. So, that foul rain and endless night were indeed elements of a curse brought on us by Ganon. He must intend to cast this land into pure darkness for all time. I believe I have. Ganon's curse has been broken by the power of the pearl that Jaboon gave us, so morning should come soon. It is well that we have gathered all of the pearls. Are you ready? I've marked the places where you must set the pearls on your sea chart. Once you've placed each of the pearls in its proper location, the proving grounds for your courage will become apparent. Clearly, the search for Jaboon has shown that Ganon has begun to make efforts to block our path forward. It is certain that the perils ahead will be greater than any you have faced thus far. You should finish any business you have here on Outset right now so that you shall not have any regrets later. Right. So, you may notice that these are in a trifecta. That's very important, because this is a Zelda game, and Zelda loves things that come in threes. Trilogies, Triforces, Triforce Shards, important characters, Link, Zelda, Ganon. They love their threes. Right. So, let us set sail. I'm going the absolute wrong fucking direction. So let's pull out the Wind Waker and reverse the wind direction. And go make for the 3 little islands. And you know what? Just for old time's sake, let's go cruise through our old abode. If we can. I don't know if we can. Not this way we can't. I don't think we can, actually. I think I fucked us. Damn. All I wanted to do was sail through. That's fucking stupid. Whatever, though. There is a boardwalk there. I mean, it makes sense. It's not what I wanted to do. Game, come on, dude. It's clearly not what I wanted. I didn't notice that the indicator for wind had popped up. Okay, I gotta set the wind this way so I can get out of this fucking shithole I sent us through. Oh, come on. You're really telling me I can't get through that? Are you out of your fucking mind? Come on. Let me out of this shithole. God damn. I hate my fucking house. I don't want to be here anymore. Okay, now I gotta do the wind thing one more time. It's fine. It's okay. It's a little annoying to have to do it so frequently, but it's okay. Not a big deal. Okay, now where am I going? Right direction? Okay. Well, roughly the right direction. Now I gotta do it one more time, so I'm stupid. There we go. Oh, does it automatically default the wind direction to the direction you're facing? I don't know if it does that or not. Maybe it does do that. That'd be another good quality improvement. So luckily, this little trifecta of islands is not too far away from each other, so when we reach one, we only have to spend like 2 minutes to get to the others. Oh yeah, 3 magic pearls. That's another trifecta of things. I'll know these little islands when I get to them. They are quite small, if I remember correctly. And we gotta look for orange things, but I don't know what pearl goes in what island, like what statue. They all have little icons on them, if I remember correctly, though. And it's not gonna matter, really. Because if each pearl goes to a corresponding island, then when we're assured to have whatever pearl goes to whatever island. That might be it right up there. That little island. I think that might be it, yeah. I wish these sharks would fuck off. Get a day job. Leave me alone. I'm a child of destiny. I have way too much important shit on my plate. None of it involves calamari. That is definitely one of the islands I'm looking for. I remember them not being that large. You know what, I'm gonna set the wind direction one more time, because this is insanely slow. No, it doesn't automatically set the direction. Okay, so you have to absolutely do it manually. There we go, that's much faster already. That's actually a visible difference. At least I think that's it. No, that's not it. Okay, so it's over here somewhere. Well, I guess we might as well check out this island, seeing as how we're coming up to it. Or is this the resort island? This might be the resort island. Odds are we can't do anything here, but in the event that we can, it might be best to check it out while we're on our way. And if whatever can be done here can be done now, then we don't have to do it later. No, okay, that's something I'm gonna need the Earth Temple shit for. Okay. Yeah, so we can skip that for now. We don't need it. Hi, evil cannon boat. Please don't. Please don't. Did you not just hear me say I'm a child of prophecy and that I have important shit to do? That doesn't involve getting shot by cannons, okay? Where's this fucking island at? Oh, maybe that's it. That might be it right there. I know I've said that about the past 4 islands I've come across. But trust me, this is the island. This is the one for sure. Something about that music is really, really nostalgic for me. Given that Ocarina was my first Zelda. And I'm actually one of those really divisive people. Like, I don't like the really NES Zeldas, like the top-downs. I hate those Zeldas. Not my cup of tea. I think they're boring. 3D Zeldas, however, I fucking love the shit out of. Well, at least Wind Waker, Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time, all that stuff. Can I get out of the boat, please? Why can't I get out of the fucking boat? Just get out of the boat. Get out of the boat! The fuck? I pressed B 5 fucking times. Jesus Christ. Now I need a heart. Thanks. Hey look, a heart. Okay, this is the one for Nehru. You can tell because it's blue, and it has Nehru's logo on it. Wandering traveler who seeks the guidepost of the goddesses, place the pearl you hold here. What if some bozo just comes and lifts it while I'm gone? Then I have to go get the fucking pearl again. These things kinda look like Chow from Sonic. 2 pearls remain. Okay. Sorry, King of Red Lions. Alright, where are we going now? Yeah, we have to go this way. Okay. Can I Wind Wake and have them not bother me? I can. He's just kinda in the background. He's just camping, waiting for me to finish my song before he attacks me. It's rather nice of him. Maybe they're not all that evil. Never mind, they're pretty evil. Spoke too soon. So like I said, it should be about 2 to 3 minutes of sailing to reach each of these islands, but it won't take all that long. Although what I could probably do is I could probably just trim it to my arrival at each of these islands and cut out the stupid ocean part. Because the ocean part is kind of boring, I'm not going to hold you. It's cool when there's actually shit to commentate on, and there's stuff to do, and there's fucking enemies to fight, and all that other shit, but... for now, it's just going to be bland and boring, so... Is that my island? It might be. Well, no, because it says it's in this quadrant. So if it's in this quadrant, then that must not be the island I'm looking for. That, however, off in the distance, that little speck. So, something else this game does that I think is really cool is it gives you a very good sense of adventure when it comes to the all-encompassing world. So, like, all this shit seems so massively huge, and you don't really think of it as a chart when you're out at sea. You just see it as one giant place. But the sea chart helps direct you, which is cool. A little bit of screen tear right there. That's interesting, right? You know, maybe Link and the fucking King of Red Lions could play a game of I Spy or something like that. There's a lot of screen tearing going on. What the hell? That's a lot of texture shit. Jesus, dude. Where's my fucking island at? I'm in the quadrant. What the fuck? Where's my island? Hello? Oh, maybe that's it. That might be it right there. Yeah, that's definitely it. No, 2 cyclones. Dude, come on. No. It's fucking beelining it for me. You see that bullshit? Evil as fuck, bro. Jesus Christ. Sentient cyclones? Cyclones are one thing. I don't know about sentient ones. Who's the guy that played in Twister? Fuck. No, I can't think of what his name is. Get out, Link. Hate how I have to press that button like 6 times to get him to do it. This is the Forest Pearl. This is Furore's. Because it's green. And it has Furore's logo on it. You placed Furore's pearl in the ancient statue's hands. 1 pearl remains. Ready then. So this is kind of like Wind Waker's iteration of the starting dungeons from Ocarina, when you have to go do the Great Deku Tree, and Jabu Jabu's Belly, and Dodongo Cavern. This is kind of like Wind Waker's iteration of that. So we have to move the wind in the entirely opposite direction, and we have to turn the fuck around. We gotta pull a 180 real fast. Yeah, that's the way. Alright. Let's go. Let's roll. Never mind, we gotta put it this way, I'm stupid. Oh, that's also really nice, how they don't initiate the song until you press a button. I didn't notice that before. So that was definitely not in the original. So, like, you can tell when I Wind Wake to do the song and conduct that the thing doesn't initiate until I press a button. In the original, it most certainly did. The thing would just go back and forth, and you had to wait for it to do it in accordance with the time. But you don't have to do that in this HD remaster, which is pretty cool. So it seems like Nintendo certainly put a bit of spit and polish on it to make it a more enjoyable experience, I think. Less clunky. Not that the game was bad when it initially released at all. Again, it's one of my favorite games ever made of all time, I think. many squares do we have to go? We only have to go one more square. Hell yeah. Alright. Yeah, so, like, check this out. You see how there's no bar going across? It didn't do that in the original game, I don't think. I think there was constantly that little yellow meter. Like, you know when you go to Fantasia, and you have to, like, play that game where you stop the dot in the middle? It's kind of like that. And it just goes around and around and around. So, like, the Wind Waker kind of conducts in a similar fashion. At least it did. Oh, and this is a great fairy isle. Actually, can we stop here? Oh, we can. We have bombs. Hell yeah. Alright. Might as well stop here. Fuck it. Let's go meet a great fairy. So we haven't seen the great fairies in this game yet. And luckily I released the little fairy I had captured earlier, so they're not going to look at me weird when I come in here. Look how beautiful this looks. Fucking awesome. And the great fairies in this one are actually pretty bangable. And they have 4 arms. Impressive, right?
Young Waker of the Winds, allow me to aid you in your quest.
What kind of aid? Let me guess, it's just a magic upgrade, right? I mean, technically she blew me, right? Now I'm imbued with magic power, and now I can carry more bombs. Hell yeah.
The fairies in this fountain shall ease your weariness when you grow fatigued from your battles. Come here to be refreshed. And please don't use those bombs to terrorize people, or do something dumb like mail them.
No promises. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. Like, you don't get access to the Great Fairies straight away. You have to get key items that will allow you to get your upgrades and stuff like that. And again, I like that. It's kind of Metroidvania in essence, and I like that a lot. Like, that's always how Zelda has been. That's always how Zelda should be. That's why I don't really like the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom style games. I don't find any appeal. Like, exploring the open world is cool to an extent, but I don't think it should be the primary focus. I think it should be a supplementary focus. I believe the game should have a linear path, but you have free explorational... Like, Twilight Princess did it the best, I think. Because in Twilight Princess, you can make progress, and you can go places, and there's only certain upgrades that you have access to once you visit certain places, and proceed a certain amount within the game, so... And again, like, it actually requires you to talk to the townsfolk and the townspeople and everything like that. Also, I think this is the... Yeah, this is most certainly the final isle. Let me wake the wind one more time. But a lot of people didn't like Twilight Princess because they thought it was too dark in tone. And I really don't think it's too dark. I think it's just stylistically different. Much like this game has its very cartoony aesthetic, Twilight Princess had a very airy air of grit and dark shit. And, like, it made sense for the narrative that they were telling within that particular turn of Zelda. And I don't know why Twilight Princess gets as much shit as it does, because honestly, it's one of the better Zeldas, in my opinion, personally. Like, none of the classic Zeldas are bad. Like, Majora's Mask is great. Ocarina is great. Except for the fucking Water Temple. The Water Temple can go fuck itself. I hate the Water Temple. Not a big fan of the Water Temple. Everything else in Ocarina is really good, though. And this is Din's statue. You can tell because it's red. And because the Din logo is on it. You place Din's pearl in the ancient statue's hands. There are no pearls remaining. I forgot about that entirely. Hey, she kind of looks like Shantae a little bit. What does this one look like? I don't know which one is my favorite yet. I don't know what they all look like. Okay, the first one looks kind of like nymphy. Yeah, in case you couldn't tell, it was a fucking triangle. Here's a massive one. It's the Bermuda Triangle. What the fuck did you think it was? What do you need, a history lesson? Why do you think people fucking get lost here and never come back? Because giant temples erupt from the waves. What do you think? I was gonna say, let me guess, we're gonna smack into the wall. It's not like we're gonna safely land in the water below, within remote proximity of the tower, and then just swim 10 feet to get inside. No, we're gonna fucking crack our face against the side of it. Fantastic. He's like, oh, it's like the 5th time that's happened. Shut up, King of Red Lions. You're lucky you don't have a physical body. You know, aside from being a boat. This tower, which the pearls of the gods have caused to appear, is a place that the gods of the ancient world prepared so that they might test the courage of men. Only one who is able to overcome the trials that await here will be acknowledged by the gods to be a true hero. Or if you're really good at solving simplistic puzzles that a 10-year-old could, then I guess you're the prophesized child of destiny or whatever. Only then will that hero be permitted to wield the power to destroy the great evil. That which you must obtain now lies before you. Life insurance? You must believe in your own courage, which has led you to triumph over the many hardships you have faced, and you must triumph once again. You must rise above the trial of the gods. I already did that in God of War, and it was a pain in the ass. I don't want to do it in Wind Waker, too. Welcome to the Tower of the Gods.